All right. Hey everyone, how are we all doing? It's been a while, I think, overall. At least it feels like it to me. I mean, weeks and probably months, I think, honestly. But this video here is just going to be something a little bit different, I think. Basically, going to be talking about, it's probably a little bit more personal, I think, and we'll be talking a little bit more about myself, I guess, and a little story that's not really related to any thing in particular, like photography and whatnot. A little bit more about me, I guess, is that I am actually a recovering sex and pornography addict. That's something that's been really affecting me for many, many years, basically since early adolescence, when I was caught, looking at pictures of naked women on the internet, and I was probably about 13, I think, and just got caught, and I was like, kind of told, if you ever have questions, this is my mom speaking, let me know, that kind of thing. And yeah, ever since then, I think just always having this big sense of dread and loneliness, just going out throughout, high school and everything, and like I said, adolescence in general, and just, feeling always a desire to like have a connection with someone and, a relationship, I guess. And I had them along the way, of course, on and off throughout the years, but just always, if there's like a breakup or something, bouncing back and, going back to that stuff, and, looking at, porn on a daily basis, really. And it was just, really, really bad stuff, I think, for me. I know some people can have healthy relationships and look at those things, and both sides of the party are, comfortable with it to some extent, or they're okay with it at the very least. But for me, it just was, always a very isolated and solitary experience. Being alone and just having that go on a daily basis, literally for, well over a decade, and then some. And I just found it always made me feel bad afterwards, and not even from like a religious standpoint. I mean, I grew up Catholic and then later Christian, but it just always felt this guilt and this deep, depression and just everything that goes along with it. And it affected my relationships, like I said. I ended up hurting a lot of people, people that I brought in close to me. I know were affected by it and what I've done, and the actions I took because of I guess were prolificated because of my use of porn and everything, and then brought that into the bedroom, quite literally. Yeah, so that all that kind of stuff happened over the years, and it's just been kind of tough to get over that, I guess, and to become a better person as a result. And it's been a lot of hard learning lessons through a lot of different people, and just some deep soul searching, I guess, with myself to find that kind of strength to get over it, and like I said, become a better person, I guess, from it too. So that all happened, or has been happening, I guess. But more recently, basically, I just decided that I really want to just stop it. I've tried to stop it over the years many, many times. I can't even count how many times, honestly. Whether it be cold turkey, through internet forums, through in-person therapy, through talking about it, being open with friends about it, even through writing poetry, exercise. I mean, just tons of different things. And I found like nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing didn't work, but it's tough, especially having mustering the willpower to really get over it. I don't want to say get over it, but just to overcome it or find a way to live with it and make peace with it, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, it just it's been real tough, and it wasn't until more recently, here this past, I think, February, so it's probably been, I think, 5, almost 6 months at the time of recording this, that I've been porn free, which has been pretty awesome. It just got to a point real bad at the end of 2021, where I just I just felt completely done with it. I realized how much damage it was doing to myself, and not even really damage. I mean, it was affecting me, but like I just felt like I got to a point where I realized I had enough resources to and like a support system and things to go to, and replace this, we'll say, unhealthy habit with more healthier alternatives like exercise, meditation, and photography, of course, and which I've been doing, of course, for all this time, in the middle of all this happening. So yeah, with all that going on, I just basically, that month, not because of anything like particular significance, but I just knew I just was done with it, and had been for pretty much years, ever since I learned about the harmful effects mentally and everything that go along with it, and even physically too, with like low libido and all that stuff. But mainly concerning the depression and all that, and anxiety and everything that goes along with that. So yeah, so in February, I just basically went cold turkey. I don't even know what my like sober date would be, but I just stopped it completely, and yeah, I just feel like I've been a lot better since then. I've definitely felt like, just my confidence and everything, making eye contact with people, I think's been a lot better. My voice has deepened. I feel like I can really project my voice a lot better with people, and in social situations. The problem is with all that is that it really, you have nothing to run to in that case. Like there's no, at the end of a long day at work where it's all stressful, or if you're just out busy socializing, you can't like turn to this thing anymore. You have to, and I bet a lot of people that are have addictions or things that they the vices, they probably have the same experience. Like when you remove yourself from that, you have no like things to run to and to escape reality with, and of course in my case with this, I had nothing to replace it with, at least at first I thought. So it meant I have to really do things like go out and socialize and get out of my comfort zone and do things that I knew were tough, but I had to do it to replace that, I guess, that high or that feeling, if that makes sense. So just doing things like that, like I said, just doing difficult, challenging things, exercising a lot more, and things that, replacing the habits with healthier ones, like I said. So I found all that's kind of helped, yeah, just doing all that basically. I'm trying to think of other stuff. This isn't scripted at all, of course, but basically, yeah. Long story short, so it's been about 5-6 months. I'm feeling a lot better about it, and just overall creativity and stuff, even with taking a sort of shortish break from photography and everything like that. But I know I got a lot of photos and videos to edit and other stuff going on, and just all my other stuff in life. But yeah, I mean, with all that being said, and also I've been focusing a lot more on education, which is one of my goals for 2022 anyways, is to take a lot more classes and learn basically more about what I'm photographing. So from a naturalist standpoint, I am now in Ohio a certified volunteer naturalist, which is pretty cool. So I got a little certificate with that, and took a 6-week course that had met people from that, and got to work and learn with naturalists about everything with Ohio, including geology, soils, birds, one of my favorites, flowers, ecology, and then something cool was interpreting nature and teaching it. So whenever the day comes, if it does, that I do photo tours or workshops, or just even nature walks in general with hiking with people. It's going to be pretty good to have this knowledge and experience with it as well. So I've been focusing a lot more on the learning stuff with, basically taking a break from the camera really and just focusing on that mainly. But, just with all that, just been very, very busy. And, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to do a little bit of a career pivot maybe, and actually do more like a naturalist thing with photography on the side. So I've really been feeling lately that's a good shift, and it feels like it's almost kind of naturally pulling me in that direction. I just feel like that's a good move at the moment, and it feels right to do it. So it's definitely something that I'm kind of leaning my life, I guess, direction, my life path towards a lot more, and just doing the photography as a creative fun thing with some sales and stuff from prints and everything on the side. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of like at the moment where I'm kind of thinking, I guess, with all this. So I mean, we'll see simply where it takes me, I guess. And so yeah, and then also focusing a little bit more on doing film, I think. Not video film, but like actual like 35 millimeter and developing film. Taking some classes or a workshop about how do you basically develop your own film, and just talking with a lot of film photographers I know and what their process is. And so don't be surprised if maybe I buy a film camera in the near future and start doing a lot more of that too, which I feel like would really be pretty cool, and it'd be a lot more challenging, I think, than doing digital, which I'm quite used to, at least at this moment. But yeah, basically this is a pretty long-winded video, I think, about 10 minutes at least. I just want to kind of update everyone about my whereabouts, because I feel like it's been a while. I really don't do these update videos, but it kind of felt right. And also just kind of want to talk about my story, I guess, with it. And let me know because I feel like it's a really going back to the beginning of this video, I feel like it's really the porn and even sex addiction thing is probably really affecting a lot of people, in particular young men like myself, I guess, but even just women alike too, of course. It's a big problem, I think, in our generation with high-speed internet and stuff, and it's readily available and easy to access, and it's just there. And so it's like I said, I think it's a big problem for a lot of people around my age range and even younger than me now that still is really affecting them to this day. It's I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad to be out of it. I think I'm finally done with it. I don't have any desire really. I mean, some days are a little tougher than others, but like I really have no desire to go back to it. I want to just pour all of my energy and focus into, like I said, photography, art, friends, and just doing things that really enrich my life and help me to be grow and be a better person really with it. But I'd be curious to hear if any of you are watching or listening, maybe what your experience is, if you are affected by that, or even if you've just had any kind of addictions or whatnot that you've even overcame because you focused and poured your time and attention into something like photography, for example, or some kind of other discipline or art form even. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts with that. But I think with that being said, I don't want to keep this video going on for way too long here. But like I said, just want to keep some updates, keep everyone posted. I got a lot of great videos, I think, on the way from my big week-long trip in May earlier this year from Biggest Week, American Birding. So I got some on-location videos there. I got cool like GoPro point of view video of doing some landscape photography at sunrise along the Lake Erie beach, which should be a lot of fun. I still got to edit those videos, or that video too. And I think a time-lapse of Marblehead Lighthouse, which is a very popular destination up at Lake Erie there. And then got all that. Got lots of photos from that trip I still need to edit. And a little bit since then of some like fireworks and from 4th of July and some festival stuff I've been doing, and going out shooting with a friend and everything. So I got lots of stuff to work on, but it's just a matter of time and just kind of sitting down and actually getting started on it, which I'll hopefully do here soon. So feels good to kind of get that off my chest. That first part in particular, I wanted to kind of like talk about for a really, really long time, probably since the start of this channel. I just, I tried to find the way to, I guess, approach the video, whether it be some kind of heavy-handed B-roll thing and be all dramatic, or if it just be quick, no cuts, simply like this video is really. So that's pretty much it with it, I think. And so I hope you enjoyed it, this video. And like I said, let me know if you have any comments or your own stories even, if you have any at all. And I just want to say thank you everyone for sticking around. Like I said, I promise there's going to be more on the way here soon in the coming weeks. And I look forward to editing and getting it all put out there and published and sharing it all with you, of my kind of latest experiences here this past spring and summer. And I just want to say thank you for tagging along and joining me on this journey, this wild ride that's called life. And so with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys and to have a great day.